Hello everyone. I hope you all are doing well. My name is Shweta Upadhyay and today I will demonstrate you the working of my website. So currently I am working as the web development and designing intern at Sparks Foundation, and this is the task given to me, that is to develop a basic banking system. So let's see the features that our basic banking system should have. So these are the features. It should have 10 dummy customers, and it can be more or like 10, 15 like that, but it has to be a minimum of 10. The second thing is the flow. That means the flow of the website will be, first there will be the home page, then view all customers, then select and view one customer, then transfer money, then select customer to transfer to, and finally view all customers. Now developing this website does not require us to create the login page or user creation, that means new user or existing user sign up. So we do not require that part. All we need to do is to show the transfer of money between multiple users. So let's directly go to the website now. So as you can see, I have already hosted the website on github.io. So this is the website. As you can see, it contains 3 parts. So the home section, about section, and the customers section. So let's start exploring with about section. So this is about section, contains the details about the bank. So here I have used the name as Zen Bank. So it contains when it was developed, what's its aim, the founder and the customers, and every details. Now from about page, if you want to view the customers, you can directly do so by clicking on the customers. So it will open the customers page, and here you can see the 10 dummy customers are already present with their details, names, email IDs, and their amount that is present in the bank. So since I am the user currently, so account holder's name is showing as my name. So the balance present is 10,000, and here I can transfer money or I can see the transaction history. Also, if you go to the home page, from there you can just click on explore to again go to the customers page. So it will again open the same page. Okay, so now let us see what will happen if I want to transfer money to some account present in between any of the dummy customers present here. So previously, see, the transaction history will not display anything because I have not transferred anything. Now if I click on transfer money, so it will ask me to enter the recipient's name. Let's say Reena, and let's say the amount I want to give her is 2,500. Simply click on transfer money, and the pop-up will say that INR 2,500 is transferred successfully to reena@gmail.com. So there has been a success in transferring the amount. Let's click OK. So you see the amount is deducted. It was 10,000, now it's 7,500, and to Reena it has been transferred. And if you want to see the transaction history now, okay, so it will show that INR rupees 2,500 is transferred to recipient with email ID reena@gmail.com on Thursday, May 13, 2021, and the time at which I transferred the amount. So let's close it. Now what will happen if I want to transfer the amount that is more than what is present as my net bank balance? Let's try that out. So let's say I want to transfer to Ananya amount of rupees, say 9,000. So you see this amount is greater than what is present currently in my bank account. So let's say what we'll do is this. Okay, so the pop-up says that insufficient balance. Okay, so this balance that I have entered 9,000 is less than what is present in my bank. So I'll just click on OK, and the amount will not be transferred, neither it will be deducted here, nor can you see the reflection of deductions or additions in her bank account. And to say the same thing, the transaction history also displays nothing except that the first transferred amount. Okay, now let's transfer rupees 900 to her account and click on transfer money. So now since 900 is less, it will say that it has been successfully transferred to Ananya. Okay, and you can see that amount got deducted and it's added to Ananya's bank account. So this was all about the working of the website. So let's see the source code now. Okay, so for developing the entire website, I have made use of ripple.it. The main reason why I used it is because you can directly see whatever you are working on in the side window. So you do not need to switch tabs many more times as you have to do in other cases. So this is the source code, and the files and all the links that are required I have mentioned, and the navigation bar, the content, the links are all mentioned, and the footer is also added. Okay, now next is the about page source code. So you can see the about page also has the source code and the content defined properly with the links, proper outer breaks for the website to look good. And finally we have our major page, that is the customers page, which is actually the main thing about the entire website. So it has all the source code again, so the balance that I had, it's showing here, and the content of the customers in the table format is over here, that is the transaction details. Okay, so as you can see we have all the customers that we have used, and finally we have included the JavaScript file. Okay, now let us see the assets folder. So this assets folder basically contains the CSS, JavaScript and the media files that we have altogether used or linked to the HTML file. So the media files have all the images that I have used along with the correct extensions. Then the JavaScript file has the script.js. So let's open this and see. So here is the source code for the JavaScript file, and as you can see the pop-up that was created of insufficient balance and transferred successfully, all this is present here. Okay, now next let's see the CSS that we have used to design the web pages. So this is the about page CSS. As you can see, this is the code that we have used, or the CSS that we have added to the about page. Okay, and the customers page goes as well. So this is the CSS for the customers page, as you can see here. Let me just move it up one more time. Okay, and then finally we have the style CSS, which is added to our main page, that is the actual home page. Okay, so this is a CSS that has been added. Now one thing is there which you need to be very careful about, that as you can see I have organized these things in folders, right? So while I will mention or link the CSS or the images, I need to mention the path properly so that it gives me the correct output as I have designed, and not something that I do not want. So this path, as it is mentioned, that is from assets we have CSS, and then we finally have the style, so it will be mentioned accordingly. So that's all from my side, guys. This was all about the explanation, the source code and the working of the website. Now if you want to connect with me, you can simply go to the website home page, scroll down a bit, and you can see this thing, the footer. This is the GitHub and the LinkedIn link for me. So if you want to connect with me via GitHub, or you want to check out my GitHub profile, so you can click on the link and it will open up. Okay, and finally if you want to connect with me over LinkedIn, you can just click on this and the LinkedIn file just opens. Okay guys, so this was all about the explanation, the demonstration and everything about the website. If you like the website and would like to explore more into it, then you can surely check out the links that I have included with the post and the video as well, and you can go to the GitHub and check out as well. So thank you guys, stay safe everyone.